Every monster you've ever heard of was real once. Not in someone's imagination, but in the dirt, in the ocean, in a fossil that terrified the person who dug it up. The Kraken was real. The Cyclops was real. The dragon was real. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a myth the same way again. Ancient people weren't making things up. They didn't invent monsters out of nothing. They found something real, something they couldn't explain. And they did the only thing they could. They told a story. Here are 5 of them. Number 1 is sitting at the bottom of the ocean right now. For centuries, sailors swore the same story. A creature the size of an island, arms that could drag a full ship beneath the waves. Scientists laughed, called it superstition, drunk sailors and dark water. Until 2004, when a Japanese research team captured the first ever photographs of a living giant squid. Architeuthis. Eyes the size of dinner plates, among the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. Tentacles lined with toothed suckers built to grip flesh that fights back. The sailors weren't lying. They just met it before science was ready to believe them. But the Kraken hid in the water. The next one, they dug it out of the ground. Ancient Greece. A farmer digging in the hills of Sicily strikes something white and massive. A skull, twice the size of a human head, with one enormous hole right in the center of the face. One eye, a giant with a single eye. They had never seen an elephant. They had no way to know that the eye socket was actually the nasal cavity, the hole where the trunk once connected. Dwarf elephants once roamed the Mediterranean islands. When they died and decayed, what remained looked exactly like the face of a one-eyed giant. The Cyclops wasn't a nightmare. It was a misread fossil, and it fooled an entire civilization. Lion's body, eagle's beak, guardian of gold. The Griffin appears in cultures separated by thousands of miles, and they all describe the same beast. Why? Follow the gold. Ancient trade routes ran straight through the Gobi desert of Mongolia, and the Gobi is packed with the fossils of Protoceratops. A 4-legged creature the size of a lion with a sharp, beaked skull. Bones bleached white lying right on the surface of the sand, next to gold deposits. Travelers found them, guarding the gold in death, and the legend wrote itself. But the next one, they didn't find its bones. They lived next to it. A single horn, a creature of impossible power. We turned it into something gentle. The ancients didn't. Meet Elasmotherium, the Siberian unicorn. A rhino the size of a small car, covered in shaggy fur, with one massive horn nearly a meter long rising from its skull. And here's what they never taught you in school. It didn't go extinct millions of years ago. It survived until around 39,000 years ago, which means early humans saw it, walked beside it, feared it. The unicorn was real. It just wasn't pretty. Now, the last one. The monster that hunted in the deep, and the one people are still afraid of today. Long before the shark, the ocean had a different king. Sailors described a serpent, 50 feet long, undulating across the surface, vanishing without a trace. They were describing Basilosaurus, not a reptile, an ancient whale, up to 20 meters long, with a snake-like body and jaws full of teeth designed to crush bone. When its fossils were first discovered, scientists were so convinced it was a sea reptile that they named it king lizard, a mistake so famous it stuck forever. Every legend of a sea serpent, every monster coiling beneath a ship, traces back to a memory the ocean never let us forget. 5 monsters, 5 legends, 5 real creatures hiding underneath. Because that's the truth nobody tells you. Myth isn't the opposite of science. Myth is what science looked like before we had the words for it. Every story was someone, somewhere, trying to make sense of something real. If this rewired how you see the ancient world, subscribe. Every week I dig up another creature history tried to bury. And the next one? Nobody's found a body yet.